Everybody enjoying their summer? Yeah, you guys enjoying your summer? A lot of people visiting from out of town. I gotta tell you something, as a Latino male, I think I can speak on behalf of all my Latino brothers and sisters in America that summertime is our favorite season of the year. You know why? And maybe you guys can help me out with this, because what season do we have in summer? Wrong, landscaping season. That's the season we really like. So we like. It's the only time of the year. It's the only time of the year where the Latinos from this great nation can get together with the only white people they know. That's it. I just recently went to my cousin's college graduation, my cousin Papo. His college graduation. It's not really college, it's community college, right? You know, I wish we could stop using the word college when describing community college, right? It's not really college, it's the 13th grade. That's what that is. It's the 13th grade. It's not college if your campus is in the ghetto. That's not college, okay? It's not college, all right, if the graduating class of 2011 walks into the auditorium to the song, Hoop, There It Is. That's not college, all right? It's not college when your dean hits the podium doing one of these. That's not college. It's not at all. It's not college when your on-campus bodega doubles as your bookstore. That's not college. Okay? And it's definitely not college when your commencement speaker is Lil Wayne. That is not college. And it's crazy because my mom was saying to me, you know what, you're being so hard on Papo. Why are you being so hard on him? And I'm like, I'm not being hard on him. He's just no Thomas Edison. Or as Papo likes to say, who? It's fascinating. It's strange, you know, my father was going to be here tonight, but I've never met him. So that's kind of hard. But it's interesting, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad for me because, you know, as a young Hispanic man in this country, you know, we're used to growing up without fathers, you know what I mean? Thank God that in this great land, we have a support group for that. It's called street gangs, which is kind of nice. They work out pretty well. Fascinating story, you know, like I recently just been watching a lot of Al Jazeera lately. You guys watch Al Jazeera? And it's crazy. If you watch Al Jazeera, they're stealing all of our shows, all of our American shows. It's unbelievable. They have their own like daytime TV shows, their own late night TV shows, their own soap operas. So I thought, you know what? Since they're stealing all of our TV shows, I thought maybe I should come up with a couple of TV shows for their fall network lineup. You know, like the Tuesday night. And I think that the 8 o'clock show should be called Sunni Eye for the Shiite Guy. What do you think about that? At 9 o'clock, Trading Caves. All right? 10 o'clock, Project Rubble. You know, and at 11 o'clock, Dancing with Hamas. Which is a really nice one because we keep that one late at night because, you know, in the Middle East, they don't like to watch people having a good time, which is interesting. You know what I don't like actually though? I really don't like it when people really stereotype, unfortunately, like Arab people. It sucks being a minority myself. I hate it, and I'll give you a good example. You know, they're always saying that Arab men are really, really fundamentalist and like very religious and just maniacal. And I don't think that that's true, you know, because my best friend Mahmoud is from Syria, and I'll give you guys an example. We just spent the last 3 days doing cocaine straight. The last 3 days doing cocaine, and not once did I ever see him stop and pray. Until we ran out of cocaine. All right, he's all bugging out. He's like, which way's Mecca? Which way's Mecca? Which way's Mecca? Which way's Mecca? And I'm like, Mecca? Which way's 178th and Lenox? All right, grab your turban and your robe. We're going on a real pilgrimage. All right, that's the way that's gonna happen. But yeah, it's interesting. My girlfriend, just moved in with my girlfriend, and she's Caucasian, right? And here's the thing. So she's Caucasian, so she's really into things like working out and like eating healthy. And it always, like, I was always curious as to why are white people so obsessed with working out and eating healthy? And then I remembered, oh, that's right, white people want to live. You know what I mean? They do, they really want to live. And it's crazy, she's got me doing this yoga. You know yoga? You guys do yoga? Anybody here does yoga? Wow, this ain't LA. Well, you know, she's got me doing yoga, and if you can imagine this, it's really interesting. It's me and my girlfriend in a room with 25 other women where they pump the heat all the way up, and yoga is supposed to be relaxing, but I always leave really stiff, if you know what I mean. I always do. I always do. It's not downward dog that's hard, it's the upward dog that's a little embarrassing. You know what I mean? I got girls using me as a towel rack. It's not good. It's not good at all. But yeah, I love my girlfriend. She's good. Having your girlfriend move in with you is like being in the Marines, right? You gotta wake up in the morning and go running, right? You gotta like make your bunk. When the hell do you have to do that? You write home to your mom about how much you hate your life. Happens quite a lot. So you guys love being in New York? You guys all visiting from New York City? Visiting from out of town here in New York, right? Most of you guys? You like New York City? You know what drives me nuts about New York? This is the only thing, and I love living in the city, but this is what really drives me nuts. It's taking these trains, these subways, especially in the middle of the summer. Oh my God, what a pain in the ass that is, Especially when you have to go, at rush hour, and it's really hot in the platforms, and it's packed with hundreds of people. Just hundreds of people, and you're fighting your way there, and the train comes, and it's full of people too, and then and you're fighting your way, and the doors open, and you get all the way in, and you're kicking homeless veterans out of the way, and pushing old ladies, and pregnant women, and then karma strikes back, and when the doors close and you're on the train, you realize there's no AC, right? You notice that? And then it's like a scene from Schindler's List, where you're looking at the people on the platform, and the train pulls off, and they're like, off to your doom. Bananas. It's true, though. It's fascinating. I also like lots of things about New York. It's so expensive, man. Isn't this city expensive? It's unbelievable. It's a struggle on how to you literally, I personally, I'm so broke right now that I have to actually use the public handicap bathrooms as a gym. I go in there, I'm doing crunches. It's unbelievable. You know what if you're gonna do this though, guys, I gotta warn you, the jacuzzi's really tiny. Do not drink the water. Just don't do it. But, it is weird. I'll work out there for an hour and a half, and no matter how I clean myself up, every time I walk out, I always smell like crap, which is weird, because it's the bathroom. That's okay. It's all right. I got my check. But it's funny, man. I'll tell you what. This is what I really love about New York City. I want you guys to listen to me very, very closely, because I'm sure you've experienced this, especially you New Yorkers, okay? Here's the deal, right? I live in Harlem, right? So this is how I know it's summertime in New York. I crack open my window, and it's not that I see the women wearing a little skin, or that the sun is shining, or that the trees are blossoming. I open up my window, and I hear the beautiful pitter-patter of these gorgeous little black girls doing a double dutch. Have you seen this? These little girls are like 8 years old. They're doing this, and their sense of timing, their choreography, their athleticism, their agility, it's fascinating. That's why it amazes me that when they grow up, they move so slow behind the cash register. Have you guys have you noticed that? Have you guys noticed that? Let me ask you something. Seriously, what's gonna be harder to get out of, Iraq or Dwayne Reed? Tell me. So why is it it's always the most unattractive girls at the party that always want you to walk them to the train at the end of the night? You ever notice that? You're at the party and this chick's like, hey, Jose, will you walk me to the train? I'm like, honey, the train's right there. Just go right outside. It's right on the corner. She's like, well, I'm a little worried about being sexually assaulted. And I'm like, sweetheart, you're a 23-year-old Dominican girl that looks like Gene Hackman. I think you're gonna be fine. And she kept telling me she was a cover model at the party. Yeah, I'm a cover model. I'm like, really? For what, Stephen King novels? That's my time, guys. Thank you very much.